Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing this evening? Hopefully everyone is having a great night. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Tia. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Alex. Hi, Nana. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Joe. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mark. Hi, Minnie. Hi, Sabrina. Please hit that share button if you're in here. We definitely appreciate it. We definitely need as many shares as possible. Help us get out there, get our reach out there. Hi, Rodney. How you doing? Oh boy. Today is questions, questions, questions. The World Health Organization finally declaring monkeypox a global public health emergency. It's crazy that they're doing this, declaring the spread of monkeypox a global health emergency when it's supposedly an STD. More than 16,000 cases of monkeypox have been identified. Access over 60 countries so far. The problem is now there's kids getting it. How do kids get STDs? Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, had the same question today. Why are kids getting monkeypox if it's an STD? That's a very good question. How are we getting kids as young as 2 years old getting monkeypox? In the United States at that. It's rapidly spreading around the globe, we know that. Since May, there has been 16,000 cases in 74 countries total now. And the cases continue to spread. Even though as a result, many people have it's an STD. But however, anyone can catch monkeypox, particularly if they have direct skin-to-skin contact with an infected person. That's something nobody actually looked at. Yeah. That's what's passing like. It's chickenpox. Skin-to-skin contact. That's just the beginning of what we're showing today. Monkeypox, of course, is just another virus, but now, of course, with WHO in control of global lockdowns in many countries, including our own, who knows what's coming next? Because we gave them that permission. We gave them the keys to the kingdom. Of course, pesticide is turning male frogs into females. This is a big problem. Of course, is one of the world's most widely used pesticides, wreaked havoc on the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them, turning 1 in 10 into female, not just emasculating them, but turning them into female. New study shows 75% of the chemical castrations are essentially dead because they're an inability to reproduce in the wild. Now, why this matters is because frogs and humans are very close in hormones like testosterone and estrogen. So what effect is this having on our kids and our people? That's what I want to know. These male frogs are missing their testosterone and all the things that control testosterone, including sperm. So fertility levels go very low, in some cases low as 10%, the ones that don't fully castrate. Those animals, some become female and even start producing eggs. It's unclear why it's happening and why this is happening and why nobody's talking about it right now, because it should be talked about everywhere. Atrazine has been banned in the EU now, officially banned 100%, because they know what it could do. And I'm afraid what it's doing for our genetically male and population in the United States. Do you wonder why there is more people coming up nowadays in the population, genetically male, and changing their mind to become female? Basically, wiping out populations just because it's skewing sexual ratios so badly. It could become a real problem if we don't be careful. I mean, talking 80 million pounds of this herbicide is used on corn, just corn, annually in the United States. Widespread uses make it very dangerous and is the most common pesticide contaminant of the ground and surface water, so the water you drink. They pile of bullshit. Well, if you want to call in, be more than welcome to take your calls. I can put the number here on the bottom of the screen because if you guys got questions, comments, or concerns, we'd love to hear them. We really do here. That's what we're about, is trying to get the truth out there and facts and talk to people. You can always call in at 954-418-2435. 954-418-2435. There we go. Now it's back on the board right there. Yeah, missing fertilizer. This is going to be a big problem coming up. I mean, low birth weights have already been attributed to this in humans. There's not a question. Recent studies have found the link between human birth defects and low birth rates and exposure to this chemical. That's not a question. We already know that as we're looking at what's happening out there. I mean, you look at one thing after another, and it just leads up to why is this even being questioned? Or why isn't the government saying no more use? Meanwhile, New York is giving away to the Buffalo Bills $850 million in taxpayer money to fund the new stadium, its biggest pro sports subsidy of all times. But wait, 3 days ago, they announced they were cutting $80 million from the Children and Family Services department. Yeah, they're going to cut the $800 million and give $850 million to a new stadium. That's really going to help the society there. As we've seen, New York, of course, being one of the most damaged states of all. In farming and agriculture, of course, we have grain and soybean prices jumping, like I said they would after the attack on the port. Some as much as 20 cents a bushel and 57 cents a pound on soybean oil futures. 57 cents a pound. That shows you how much soybean oil we're going to be short, or oil we're going to be short. That's just the beginning. I mean, the drought is causing problems everywhere. We know that. Now the drought is causing bigger problems, forcing U.S. ranchers to sell cattle or cows at a faster pace and the fastest pace in decades, well before they're of full age or maturity. The severe drought conditions, Texas is at 99% in drought. Cooking oil is only going to get worse, Teresa. Only going to get worse. 57 cents a pound it went up last night alone on the futures. But of course, this drought that we're facing is forcing ranchers to sell their cattle herd at a pace not seen in decades. Plus the lack of feed that they actually have right now is developing, may cut beef prices temporarily in the near term. But we're talking by winter, beef prices will be through the roof. And of course, that's according to analysts. Cattle ranchers in California, New Mexico, and parts of Colorado have particularly been hit hard by dry patch grassland and having to call their herds, selling to ranchers further east and feedlots where cattle are taken to fatten up before slaughter. Of course, this heat wave is affecting 80% of the western region and brought drought to a boiling point. Near-term effects, we might see a decline in price of meat as much as 7%. But we're talking a 20 to 30% uptake by winter. Meanwhile, Japan is, of course, dumping their nuclear wastewater into the ocean. Meanwhile, there's a volcano eruption is prompting a level 5 evacuation alert in Japan right now, as residents prepare. Two towns of Japanese island of Kyushu are forced to evacuate after the volcano suddenly erupted Saturday night, spewing large rocks, dark ash in the sky after 8 p.m. Some rocks fell as far away as 1.5 miles from the island itself. They're dumping radiation and they can't even keep their own islands under control. That's what I'm hearing. Gas prices are down because right now there's ethanol-based fuel being pumped into the system. The problem with this is we're already seeing the fuel or the oil prices skyrocket. So we're using a 5-gallon or a gallon of oil is going more and more. And as that keeps the gallon of oil prices keeps going up, with the reduction of ethanol fuel from the plants, of course, is going to go up. You're not going to get as much biodiesel or biofuels for that price that we're facing now. And CERN's another story. Today, a physicist created a remarkable phase of matter with 2 time dimensions. Now, this is a problem. It may be remarkable that they created this, but it is a problem. The Quantum Physics, of course, Institute in New York successfully created this at CERN. A never before seen phase of matter. Although it's still only one singular flow of time, the phase benefit of having 2 time dimensions, this discovery offers quantum information less prone to errors. Let's see what that happens error-wise when we're coming up any further. Bill Bob. Who's Bill Bob? I'm guessing that's Billy Mack. This is dangerous. Record number of earthquakes happening everywhere. Speaker of the House going to Taiwan. Yep. Chinese representative told Pelosi the potential visit of Taiwan could be unprecedented. But of course, U.S. experts are saying military conflict is unlikely. Hong Kong, of course, the U.S. is no stranger to China's aggressive response over support of Taiwan, a self-governing island that Beijing claims its own territory, which it is technically and legally. Last week, Chinese warning against the potential high-stakes trip of the U.S. House Representative Nancy Pelosi to appear in Taiwan is causing concerns, even in Washington at this point. Following reports of Pelosi's trip, China's foreign minister vowed last Thursday to make resolute and forceful measures if the trip goes ahead. Since a fury of remarks that the U.S. officials had only added to the sense of alarm now. On Wednesday, U.S. President Joe Biden told reporters the U.S. military thinks a Taiwan visit by Pelosi is not a good idea right now. But on Thursday, of course, Pelosi said it's important to show support for Taiwan, but declined to discuss her travel plans, citing security. I think the president was saying maybe the military was afraid of my plane getting shot down or something like that. I don't know exactly. That's what Pelosi said. He doesn't know exactly. Mike Pompeo also weighing in, offering to join Pelosi on the trip. Nancy, I'll go with you. I'm banned in China. I'm not freedom-loving Taiwan. See you there, Pompeo wrote. Basically, edging more towards war. Even though, at this point, what war are we going to fight? I mean, looking at our own democracy, it is tearing us apart. Putin and China Russia and China don't have to act against us. Our own democracy right now is destroying us. We know what's going to happen when voters revolt in the economy long before his people have to do anything. Putin knows that. So does China. China is facing a financial crisis right now that could easily hit us and become intolerable. So we're at a breaking point. If China decides to call in their debt and close their borders, we would have no more goods we rely on every day. From the littlest things as the toothbrush you brush your teeth with to your cell phone you're holding in your hand or TV you're watching this on or computer, tablet, it's all made in China. Oh, no big deal, according to Washington. They plan on making chips here. That's their new initiative, which we knew was coming. But this chip initiative will take at least 10 years to build the first factory to even build chips here. And it'll be out of date before it's built. That's a problem. That's the reason a lot of people haven't been building new manufacturing facilities for computer chips. Is the technology is changing faster and it requires a lot more to build it. Yeah, Biden should definitely go with Nancy Pelosi. That would be funny. But gas prices dropping. People are getting happy about that, but it's only a temporary thing. Literally, we're under the 200 million barrels of oil in the strategic oil reserve now. As Biden continues, and I'm going to say continues to sell to Russia and China and North Korea our oil. If you don't believe me, go look at the actual reports on it. There's a lot of information coming back now. But even the House voted against a bill today that would ban oil sales to China and Russia and North Korea. Just those three countries we would no longer sell oil to. The House Democrats vetoed that right away and got it thrown out of there. They didn't want to take a vote. They said, nope, that ain't happening. We're going to keep selling Russia or oil to anybody we want. So our gas prices may be lower for now, but it's a commodity. It's going to go back up. I mean, price per barrel has not dropped much. Definitely not to see the prices we're seeing at the pump. And that's a concern. It really is. Oil prices, of course, per barrel are still about 107. Bonnie Light, which produces most gas or fuel gas, is 118 a barrel still. Brent crude is 106. So basically, we have all the oil prices are up still. Up beyond the point of what we're seeing in pricing. And those oil prices continue to climb. Today, they gained over 1% on almost everything except for natural gas. Gasoline, of course, at weight price is $3.41. That means if you didn't have any taxes or United States interference with it. Crazy. And they expect people to be able to afford stuff. Food prices are just now starting to really go up. It's like a 1-2 punch for people. It's cost of living going up, and nothing here to catch us. A lot of people are talking about this thing that Biden or Trump signed into. If that would actually take place, and they redistribute the wealth of America, redistribute the wealth of the world, it would be a disaster for everyone because you wouldn't be able to buy anything if everybody has money. Nobody would go to work. Chip deal is just ridiculous. By the time it'll even affect us, it'll be too late. Power, water going up. Yeah, the price of rent's going up. People can't afford where they live. They're living in their cars more than ever now, leaving their homes. The recession is just starting. Economists see it as a global risk as in a recession now, not just the United States. But a global recession is coming, is what they think. What that means is not a recession that means a recession that lasts a couple months, but a recession that lasts for years. The global economy starts to fail together, it has a greater impact and it takes longer to recover. So I tell people, get prepared as much as you can. Even person I hate the most, well, I love to hate, Elon Musk, is out there saying the same thing. This is coming. At first, he was saying it was going to be about 18 months, maybe at the most. But it's going to be much worse than that as we're looking forward. It's going to keep getting worse. All we can do is pray and be with each other, stand strong and stand tall, and hope that we make it through it. God bless you guys. I want to thank you guys for being with me tonight. I will be back live tomorrow or Wednesday night, one way or another, getting you guys the news and the information you need so you can know what's happening in the world. God bless you. God bless America. Have a great night.